It's Sunday, the 25th of January. Game day. It is game day today. Arsenal at the Emirates at 4:30. So I will do a watch along for that, and hopefully you can join me for that. First thing to say is getting to this amazing community. This is the best community on this platform, without a shadow of a doubt. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'm very, very fortunate to have you guys here. So yeah, so let me know, get into the chat today. Let me know what you think. First thing to say is, look, be respectful to me, obviously, be respectful to the community, be respectful to yourselves, otherwise the ban hammer comes out and you will get banned. We don't like to do it, but we will. Second thing to say really is, we don't mind the banter. We absolutely don't mind banter. We don't mind rival fans. We don't mind Arsenal fans today. We do have a lot of good Arsenal fans in here as well. So get into the chat and get into all of the good stuff. I'm not a dictator of this chat. This is why these chats do take so long, is because I generally do read out your chat. So if you want to put in something, it pretty much does get read. Doesn't mean I'll read it out. I normally do. Obviously, if it's abusive or rude, then I won't. So if you think I'm not going to read things out, I do. So look, just be careful. Paul, Swansea Villa legend, my friend. I hope you're doing extremely well. So this is the Sunday morning. I try to do this most Sunday mornings from the car, whilst I've got an opportunity to really do stuff. So well, we're going to get into it today. Swansea Villa, look, mate, I'm hoping today, my friend, that we can do you guys a favour and do Arsenal today. Look, it's going to be such a hard game. There are a couple of things that I wanted to get onto. Kobbie Mainoo, Fabrizio's been talking today about signings next week. Predictably, of course, it is. Kobbie Mainoo's new contract. Carrick as well. There's already talks, as we've already spoken about, United lining up the fan base on the cheap, as I always thought that they would do. Look, this club, you can never trust this club. This club cheats, steals, and will try to spin you. You look at what they've done in this window. It was Carrick the plan the whole long. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about why I think Carrick is a serious option. If you follow the money, if you follow the finance, it makes complete sense. So let's get into this Arsenal game. I will be doing a watch along for that, so that should be good. That should be fun. So look, where are we? We beat City. Now, obviously, when you move further away from that match, now I'm not a fan who thought that. If you've watched the channel before, I am very critical at times. I am very honest in my views. Bluey Games legend, I hope you're doing extremely well, buddy. I hope you're having a good Sunday so far. I'm quite early today. Yes, I decide on a Sunday I do try to do a sort of early show in the car. There is a reason why. I do like to do the show from the car. It's just something cool about it. So Arsenal, where are we on Arsenal today? Look, I'm not a fan, as I say, because we beat City. Now let's be honest, City did win yesterday, so look, City are capable. The way he signed in, I thought was great, but look, against us, as I said, I demanded a win because it was a derby, not because I generally thought our form meant that we could win. It's great to finally be here, says Henderson. Look, legend, mate. I love that opening. It is quality. Doing good. Hopefully I can watch the game at home and not at a friend's house, because it's kind of hard to watch on a tiny screen. Yes, it is. How are we feeling about the game? Let me talk about the City game first, and then I'll come on to how I feel today. So City, I thought, look, it's a derby, right? I demanded a win, not because not for any other reason, and it's a derby. You know, it doesn't matter what the form is. You've got to win. Liverpool as well. Arnie Slot is in trouble, isn't he? And look, and this is what I mean today. You know, City, we beat them, right? We've given ourselves an opportunity today. Now, I'm not one for talking about the top four, but I have to acknowledge today. I have to acknowledge today is that we beat City, Liverpool lost. Now, whether or not I think we're going to finish top four, I've said all season between 8th and 10th. Now, can this change? Yes, it can. I'm still not jumping on the bandwagon about, you know, we're going to finish in the top three, top four just yet, because I know what these players are. I don't trust these players. I'm not the biggest fan of these players. They will let you down time and time and time again. And with each game that goes by, a little bit of trust will come back. You know, you people are entitled to change their mind on this team. You know, I've supported this team through thick and thin, and I'm still not the biggest fan of these. But look, there is an opportunity. You know, Liverpool lost. You know, there is, and I don't know how, why, what, and who, but we are there. We are up there. Like in my view, in any other season, we are getting nowhere near this top 4-5 race. Even if we don't finish in the top four, 5th is there, 6th is there. It is there for the taking. We've got one game a week again. We've got no cups. We've got nothing else to focus on other than our upcoming games. So as of right now, I think I'm demanding top 5, top 6. And honestly, after the season that we had where we finished 15th, you know, I still believe that Amrin should take a lot of plaudits for this. But look, that is what it is. Long Kick says United. Liverpool, exactly. How am I feeling about this game? It's a free hit. It is a free hit today. You know, Arsenal. Look, let's not underplay this. You know, and the reason why, I'll tell you the reason why I don't want to underplay it today is, number one, respect to Arsenal. I know many people in this chat are not the biggest fans of Arsenal. Just I think because of the arrogance of some of the fan base, not all of the fan base. We do have some good fans on here, so I'm not going to tie everybody to the same brush. Arsenal are the best team this season. You know, when we played them the first game, we caught them cold, potentially. But I don't want to underplay this down today because Arsenal are the top of the league. And if we beat Arsenal today, there are no excuses. And we've put ourselves into the top four. We've put ourselves into the top four. And I've said this, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to lie. I will be wrong on this one. All season I said we'll finish between 8th and 10th. But guess what they've done? They've gone and put themselves into a top 4, top 5, top 6 race. And they're in it. And what I said is that if we get to a January and we're halfway through the season, which we are, and we're up there in around that top 4, top 5 race, we're in it. You know, those of you who said that we would probably finish in and around, you know, 4, 5, 6, you guys are right. So your expectation, I'm still not sold on these players, but even I've got to accept today that we are in a top 4, top 5 race. I'm still not gonna really, in my mind, accept it until we get to about March and we're still there. But today is a step on the journey. City was a massive step. Whether or not they weren't great, they weren't. The back four was absolutely dog shit. They still had Haaland, Semenyo, Foden, Cherky came on. You know, it wasn't as if they had a completely crap team. Arsenal are going to be a different kettle of fish today. So, and the reason why I don't want to underplay it today is because if we beat Arsenal at their ground today, I tell you what, this side has no excuses not to have Fulham next weekend, beat them, Spurs beat them. And if United do that, I can't stand the term United are back. I fucking hate that. I can't stand it. I think it's one of those embarrassing things. I wish fans would stop. Now I want United to be back, right? But I can't stand that term, because I want us to be competitive. I want to say United are competitive. I don't want to say United are back. It just makes us look stupid. It just makes this fan base look stupid. And I'm not saying everybody, because most people on here intelligent, really, just are not fooled, right? But I want to stop saying United are back. I want to say United are competitive. United are competitive. In the game today, they'll be competitive in the champions. I don't think people realise. And look, I'm not the biggest fan of saying, oh, we're aiming for the Champions League. We need to aim more than that. Every season, I demand we finish first. I demand we get into the Champions League. It's not an arrogant thing. It's not because I think that we're entitled to be there. It's a thing that it demands the standards. So the reason why I will never accept that is because if I start accepting 5th, 6th, 10th is a fucking good season, then I'm basically a Glazer. I'm basically accepting that we are mediocre, and I'm accepting which we are right now. But if I don't demand the standards, then we become a Glazer club. They don't care. But it's up to us to make sure that we keep those standards up. So we'll come on into the game more. Let me go through your chats. If we beat Arsenal, the banter will be really great because they're considered the greatest club in the world, top of the table in Champions League and the Prem. Henderson says, we've got to take this chance. I do agree with you. If Liverpool really were the greatest club in England, why wouldn't the attention be on the most of the season? We've got all the attention from the media. Barry Morgan, legend, quietly confident of a draw today, and I can't say I'd be happy with it. All the 49 City fans have been awfully quiet this week. I wonder why. Even a draw would be embarrassing for Arsenal. Imagine saying Saka over Messi, Rice over Zidane, draw into this United side. And I will, Bluey Games, I will come on to that. First time in 9 years if we win today. A result today, we're in top four. We are in the top four conversation. What do you think about Cole Palmer to United? I think it's a barrel of shit. Maybe this is a controversial opinion. I don't want him. I don't want Cole Palmer. Look, if we had a better squad, right? If we were pushing for a Premier League, if we were, if we were looking for players that were going to complete a side, Cole Palmer, yes, but Cole Palmer's going to cost you up over 100 million, and he's on a 9-year deal. So for me, right now, no, I think it's a pile of garbage. Look, why would Cole Palmer come to us? And there's talk of him being homesick, but I'm getting Mason Mount vibes. I don't want, look, Cole Palmer's 23 years old, right? So in terms of age, fucking fantastic age, right? Is he worth 100+ million? You could argue yes, but I don't want players that Chelsea want to sell. I'm sorry, I don't. Cole Palmer, as much as I would take him, there are positions that we need more. Look, Cole Palmer has been put out there because the signing the signing that we'll make, and I will come on to Fabrizio talking about potential signing, is to spin this fan base. This whole window has been about spin. Casemiro leaving. Why have they done a video about sad face? Oh, he's leaving. He's not leaving until fucking June. And the reason why they've done it is to distract you. Is to distract us from the cold hard facts that we ain't got no money. From the cold hard facts that this window is absolutely dog shit. So that is what they're trying to do here. Cole Palmer, look, it is pointless. It is pointless talking about him now. Like, I don't care about the summer window, right? I don't care. I will care about the summer window when we get to the summer window. Everything that's happening right now is about distraction. If this club was a legitimate club, and I would absolutely be like, okay, good. You know, they are starting to plan. They're not planning. They are letting it slip that Cole Palmer is on the list, Anderson is on the list, Belabor is on the list. It's just all distraction technique. So look, I don't buy it at the moment. He's not for me. He's going to be very, very expensive. Look, on form, fantastic player to watch. Absolute wonderful player. Injury prone to me. He seems to be always injured, and he's not happy. But you know, unless we could do some sort of deal, but he's going to cost you 120 million. Not for me right now. Even if we win 5 in a row, I still won't be impressed because the Glazers will still be here. At least the guy will get a haircut. And I am with you. You know, if we win today, the fan base will be, you know, the talk of Glazers will stop. And it just goes to show, doesn't it? It just goes to show how limited a lot of fans are. You know, even if we were to win every single game left, I want the Glazers out. I want these arseholes. I want Sir Jim out just because this team has gone on to win games. I want these parasites out. So it doesn't change a thing. Is Palmer a CM or Cam? What is the rumour? It annoys me a lot. Oh, it's just a rumour that Cole Palmer is injured. Cole Palmer wants to come to United. Cole Palmer is a United fan. I think he's more of a Cam. I mean, unless when we're talking about replacements for Bruno, and when I say that, I mean that sort of player, Cole Palmer fits in fantastically. You get rid of Bruno Fernandes. Look, imagine this. If we'd have sold Bruno for £100 million, then Cole Palmer would be in the conversation. But he's not. He's not. Footballer, if we finish 5th and go to the Europa League, what would be your reaction? Better than last season. Look, fifth, by the way, with the coefficient this season will probably be a Champions League space. So we've got to aim for 5th. If you aim for 5th, that will be a Champions League space. Look, right now, look, I'll be disappointed. Look, I'm always disappointed when we don't win a league. I'm always disappointed when we don't get into a Champions League, just because of standards. If we go to the Europa League, mate, it's so important. Like, it is so important. I'm not going to celebrate it like we won the fucking World Cup, but it's important. Look, whether we like it or not, I will be happy because it means we've got money. It means that we're in European, you know, in a European competition. So I will not be happy in terms of the standards, but I'll be happy because it means that we're going to survive. Because I don't think people realise, because look, it's not been spoken about enough. The perilous situation that we're in. We need games. Otherwise, next season, it's going to be a financial bloody nightmare. Prediction: Arsenal scores early, just like Old Trafford game. Come out smashing in the second half. Arteta pucks the bus, and Mbeumo and Shesko run through the defence and score 3. Dragon Butter says hello. Morning all, says Ryan. Brown Knight says, oh, what did I miss? Another cracking opener. So, the Arsenal game. Look, let's not pretend here. And again, as I said at the top of the show, I want it to be known. Giro says United 2, Arsenal 1. So the reason why I want to emphasise how good this Arsenal team is, as you say, top of the Champions League, top of the league. The reason why I want to emphasise how good they are is because if we win, it will be a scalp today. Look, United can't really lose. Well, we can factually lose today, right? But we can't lose today. today is a free hit today. For Arsenal, it's not. If we beat Arsenal today, I tell you what, the banter, the absolute banter, and even if we draw, today, it's banter time for Arsenal. It's absolute banter. You know, we've been dog shit all season, and look, there are people that say that we haven't, right? We have. We've not been great, right? We've not been great all season. I still don't prescribe to this. We're back. We're back. I don't think we beat Arsenal today. I just think they're gonna have too much. What I'm hoping for today is this. I'm looking for a performance today. I'm looking for, can Fulham come to us? Can we beat those? I'll be happier. And look, Arsenal, don't get me wrong, will be a fantastic win. More so for the banter, the 3 points will be amazing. But it's just one game. In the context of a season, the Arsenal game, does it matter? 3 points is 3 points, but I'm looking for performances. It's the Fulhams, it's the Spurs, it's those games that we need to win. The Arsenal game is nice, but we're not challenging, and it would be lovely. It would be lovely to derail their season a bit and see Villa come into it. Bobby says, hello, legend. Wonderful horseshoe says, Toon fan, it's a big ask to beat Arsenal, but it's a big ask for us to beat Villa as well. Look, I've got a lot of respect for Newcastle fans, Villa fans as well. I'm not one of these fans who's who is against every teams, and one of the reasons why I'm not, and this is really important to me, is fans, right? Football clubs, they let us down, but ultimately the banter's great. I do love the banter, but when all is said and done, all we are is fans. And I think as a collective, that there are fans, of course, that are are arrogant fans, even in our fan base as well. But I respect different fans, because at the end of the day, that is what we are. We love our club, we support our club, and like Kingsman today, I love the fact that you guys are saying that we're going to win 2-1, 3-1. I love that. I absolutely love that. I think it's up to the community. I think it's up to people. I think it's up to me to be more pessimistic. It's up for me to kind of not play the field, not sit on a fence, but it's up to me to retrospectively look back at games and go, look, we've played well maybe twice this season. We're going to go away by it, but we seem to be better. I think we'll draw, but I love the fact that you guys think that we're going to win 3-1. Look, I can't see it. And what that means for me is you've got this Arsenal side that are apparently the best, where we've had fans, and the Arsenal fans this morning are very, very quiet. I just have to say this. Arsenal fans at the moment are very, very, very quiet because they're shitting themselves. Arsenal fans, not because they know, they've got a cracking team, but they're shitting themselves because just in case they win. Like, it is really, really fun. Look, I guarantee you this. The watch along today, if Arsenal are winning, we'll get loads of Arsenal fans in the chat. And then tonight, when we do the reaction of the match, you'll get loads of Arsenal fans in there. But a draw or a win, those fans are going to be dead quiet. So the reason why this morning there are not Arsenal fans giving a shit this morning is because they know they are bottle jobs. They know their side bottle it. And look, this is not disrespect, by the way. It's a testament. I'm saying that Arsenal are a cracking team. They are a fantastic team. This season, I'd probably argue that this is a perfect season for them. There isn't a lot of competition. it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that Arsenal will not deserve to win the league. They can only play what's there. Fair enough. But Arsenal fans are quiet because they're shitting themselves, because they know if they lose today, it's banter time. So I'm not cocky today. I would love to win today, but if we go to the Emirates, we outplay them. Look, if we get a draw, the only way Arsenal come out of this looking good is if they spank us today. Let's get through some of these chats. See what we've got going on. Carrick has had the normal improvement bounce. Most managers get beaten. Arsenal is a big ask, but it's more about the performance though, and a win would be nice. I agree with you. We've got to look. I know fans are clambering for an Arsenal win today, but would you? Look, here's a question: would you rather take an Arsenal loss today, and then you go and win the next 5 games? You go and win the next 5 games, because I would. These last 2 games against City, we beat them, fantastic. I was never expecting a win today, not because I don't think that we can't. I just based on form. I also do think this, by the way, that fans almost have a brain reset. You've got, look, if we lose today, disappointment shouldn't really be there, because this is a free hit. If you look at how we've played December, we were utter shit. And look, Amarin, people can blame him, but these players let us down. Before the City game, the Brighton game was appalling, probably one of the worst. And I keep saying this, the performances got worse and worse and worse. Burnley, but now those are done, and you can turn a corner. So I want to look. I'm excited about the game today. I think that we can go, and these are the games that these players need to feel the pressure. These are the games that these players need to thrive in. If you win today, it will be, look, I'm hoping that this will be a turning point. Look, if it's not, the Fulham game will be devastating, really. So today is one of those. I want to see a performance. I want to see, look, if we lose 3-1, but we've played well, if we win 2-1, any win today will be fantastic. So Kingsman says 3-1. Henderson, I can't see us winning today. It's Arsenal's game to lose. I do agree with you. I hope Maguire is playing today. I hope we're going to win. We can talk about the team as well. Bluey Game says Arsenal fans were really loud for the last few days, and now it's silent. Exactly. I really hope a lot of Arsenal fans tune in today, please. I want to see what they think. I think if we get a draw today, it's not the end of the world. I think a draw today would be a good result. Arsenal fans are locked in. United are going to learn today that it's over for United to be a top team. Ahmed, I disagree that it's over for United being a top team today. I disagree completely. The reason why I disagree is because we're not a top team. We're not a top team. I think we're missing some players, and what I mean by that is, if you stick 2 midfielders into this team, another centre back, right back, I think we can improve and consistently challenge for a top 4, top 3. I hate that. We can that I'm going, let's go for a top 4 finish, because we should be winning the league, right? We are not a top team, and this is why I'm not underplaying this today. Arsenal will probably be locked in. Arsenal need to have the mindset of champions today. Arsenal should put us away. There is no excuses today. Arsenal should put us away. My expectation that Arsenal should win today. But it doesn't mean that when the match starts, I'm going to think that Arsenal are going to win. Look, I don't think that we're a top team. I think that we're a team who are fighting to kickstart a season. are looking to try to whether it's by luck, whether it's by luck or not, this has been a ridiculously competitive season. In any other season, I don't think we get anywhere near a top four, but we are. We are just as I can say that Arsenal have not really. This is not a competitive season, really, for Arsenal. If this Arsenal team was in last season, or a Liverpool pomp season, or a City pomp season, Arsenal get nowhere near the title. Arsenal get no. If this was a Klopp season, if this was the Klopp, Pep season, for the 2 or 3 seasons, Arsenal get nowhere near that. But this is a good season for Arsenal. It is theirs to lose. This is a good season for us in terms of we are still up there for the top 4. So the reason why I'm not playing down an Arsenal today, because if we win, it will be a massive win, and Arsenal will get absolutely fucking bantered. I'm an Arsenal fan, says Pete. Look, I've got greatest respect for Arsenal. I know many people don't. My uncle was an Arsenal fan. Look, respect for them. But if Arsenal get beat today, Abdullah says Arsenal versus United. I think comfortable 2-win for Arsenal today. Just my and look, even if it is, even if it is a comfortable 2-0 win for Arsenal today, Arsenal. The thing today is Arsenal can't come out of this game really looking other than an absolute United hammering. If they hammer us today, then people will go, great result. They are looking for, they are champions. A comfortable 2-0 win today for me would just be, well, that's what they should be doing. So there's going to be very, very limited things that Arsenal can do today to unless they spank us. There's very limited things to do today that they could do that people will go, wow, because they should be beating us today. So I think it's a no-win situation for Arsenal today, other than a spanking. Pete says if you're streaming after the game, I'll still be back. Look, mate, Pete, my friend, look, appreciate it, buddy. Look, I've got no problem about banter. Even if we lose, we'll get banter. I love it. I don't mind the banter. So if we get beat today, it will be. It's like right. It's like if we lose today, it's a bit like you've got a younger sibling, right? And you beat them at something, and you're say your sibling's 6 and you're like 18 years old. It's a bit like bantering a kid because it is going to be. It should really be men against boys today. So banter in a club, that's shit. But look, banter is welcome. Rolo says you're facing the biggest club in England today in Arsenal at the Emirates. Look, Rolo, I just wanna correct you there. And I mean this with the greatest respect. Arsenal are not the biggest club in England. At the moment, they are the best club, but they're not the biggest, and that's factual. They're not the biggest club in England. They're nowhere near the biggest club in England, but they are a very, very successful club. If we play Ugarte today, we're losing 5-0. Why can't we just win all 6? Tom Ward says hi. Hello, Tom. Ahmad says Arsenal defence is back to full fitness. No injuries at the back since the start of the season. Arsenal being overconfident might go in our favour. A win today would probably put us on a decent run. A draw, pretty much the same. A loss, that's going to be hard. Looking forward to it. I don't think. I genuinely don't think a loss today is going to be a bad thing. If we get absolutely annihilated today, now I'm saying this from the offset. I don't trust these players. I don't like these players. They've thrown managers under the bus constantly. We win one game and all is forgiven. Bruno Fernandes is apparently the best thing since fucking sliced bread. You know, this team is amazing after one win. Bruno Fernandes all season has been dog shit. Bruno Fernandes is a captain and he needs to lead this side today. So I don't trust this side. I want to win today, but I'm not fooled. The United fan will keep I thought it was snow today. They always say that. AYZ says hi, hello. Pete says if you're paying Casemiro in the middle, he's gonna get run out. But Pete, don't even get me started on that midfield. The midfield that if they'd strengthened that midfield, I think it would be a different chat today. But you know that Rice, Odegaard, you know that midfield on its own is gonna cause us issues. And of course you've got that defense. You know, I'll get through the chat and then I'll talk about the two teams. We need someone like Glazer from Brighton. We can stop this Arsenal team, let's be honest. We should be a top team on paper. Lee says we need to stop senseless corners. Get that right, and we've got a chance. Exactly, Lee. Arsenal are good at set pieces. Arsenal are going to be looking for set pieces today. We absolutely have to be either on it or not give away set pieces. I don't think Arsenal are amazing. To be honest, I think as well, being on top of the league, maybe getting to the heads a bit. If we can help them along their bottle journey, I'm happy with that. XD says Arsenal fans shouldn't underestimate us, and as United fans, we shouldn't be too confident. The big-headed going into this game, but I think we get a good result today. And I think you summed it up. What I like today, there's a quiet confidence. I don't think we are too confident today. I think it's hope. I think what we've got today is basically hope. You know, I think of all the chances and of all the points this season where we could have played them, I think if we'd have played Arsenal midway through December, I think it would be a different result. I think this is the best time to play Arsenal for us on the back of the City win. Amorim is gone. However people feel about that's fine. But I think for me, this is probably the perfect time off of the fact that Amorim's gone, Carrick come in, and there's this bounce. So I think this is a perfect time for us to play them. I think this is probably the best chance that we've got on the basis that I think that the team is happy. The players are back as well. So I think we've got a good chance today. Sally says if we don't give them time on the ball and win the midfield, the game's ours. Liking your commentary on the match preview. I'll subscribe to your channel. Thanks, buddy. JB, come on, have some faith. I'd take a 1-0 with you guys getting nil without you getting a sniff. Zubimendi, Rice, and your front five is worse than us. People keep calling them Chocorez and Tesco. I know. I reckon it will be 2-1 either way, as it should hopefully be a tight game and we perform as we did against it. And I am with you. I am with you. I think it's a 2-1 either side today. I think it's going to be a very, 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 very close game. Liverpool are bigger than Arsenal, in my opinion. Martinelli's better than Dorgy. Is he? Fuck. Martinelli, no. I think at the moment, Martinelli is a decent player, but Martinelli, I mean, not for me. Cunha and Mbeumo are better than Gyökeres and Saka. I think it's Pete. I think it's going to be an absolute interesting game. Mbeumo is who Arsenal need to keep under wraps today. He's danger for us. I think it's Ahmad. I think people focus on him. It's Ahmad. Ahmad is going to be dangerous today. Pete says if he's up against Calafiori, I don't see him getting much of a kick. We need to be brave. I do agree. Jog on Dallo is awful. Oh, Pete, mate, look, there are Bruno looking good at the moment. As a Chelsea fan, I'd like to see Arsenal win today. Look, thank you. So would I. Saka's just getting it's just about hit form. Dallo is on his best day, still doesn't match him. No, look, Saka on his day. I think we can agree to disagree on that one. I do think Saka on his day is a better player. I do. But Dallo is on his day, and I think he's getting better and better. But look, the difference is that I think Saka has proved it. I do. I think Saka on his day is a wonderful player. Saka on his day is a joy. Saka on his day is unplayable. Let's see. Have a good Sunday. Are you streaming? Yes, I am. Rob James, I'm streaming for the game today, so I will be doing the game. I will be doing Terry McDad says Arsenal 4-1 today. Odegaard better than Bruno Fernandes. I don't think so. I don't think he is. Odegaard is a fantastic player though. Better than if we're talking about this season, yes, I completely agree with you. If Odegaard is if we're judging on this season, yes, but Bruno Fernandes, I think in the Premier League era, I think has been better. You're not blown anyone away this season at all. 2-2-3-3. Dorgu's dog is better than Martinelli. I'm liking the banter. I'm liking the banter. Saka is overrated. Harren Ball coming from Arsenal. Lee Turnick says if the starting lineup from last week, it shows Carrick hasn't looked at the opposing team, I'd start Sheska and drop a Dallo. Let's see, Lee. Let's see, Lee. I think you've got a good point. Look, I think Carrick, and I will come on to something that does concern me. Let's see. People are, again, after one game, Carrick should be the coach. Let's see Carrick's. People are talking about Carrick for the full-time job, Lee. I don't prescribe to that. Even if he gets to the Champions League, I still want a world-class manager. I don't think that we will. I will come on to that. Let's see what Carrick does today. I think you're right. I think we need Shesko to win the first and the second balls. I want to see us attack them today. I want to see Shesko. I think it's going to be really important to have height in there today. I think it's going to be important to have Shesko in there trying to win the first ball, getting the second ball down. I think you could be right. I think limited-wise, I think Carrick knows this is a limited team. That's why he'll play a 4-3-3, a 4-2-1, 2-1-2-1. I think you've got a point. Doggy's got the touch of a donkey. 2-1 to United. Jude says, stop daydreaming and less funds today with thrashing you 8-2. Look, Jude. All I'm going to say to you is, if that happens, Jude, feel free to come to come on here and banter us. It is nice. It's nice to see Arsenal fans in the chat. No problem with the banters. Absolutely no problem at all. I like it. It's very good. 8-2 today is a stretch. Is it impossible? Of course, it's not impossible, but I think you probably need to give your head a wobble. But look, I'm just gonna clip it up, right? I've clipped it up because I'm going to be interested to see your 8-2 today. Bruno is not a fantastic player. He's overrated. I never said that Bruno is a fantastic player. I said that Bruno Fernandes has been dog shit this season. People will wax on about him this season. Bruno Fernandes has been a fantastic player. Bruno Fernandes against City had a fantastic game. I've been his biggest critic this season. I think this season he's been absolutely shit. People will not have it. People forget the previous games. Bruno Fernandes has not been good this season. He's had one good game, possibly two. But Bruno Fernandes has been one of the Premier League's best players in the last 7 years. Shesko will definitely start today. We ain't losing 8-2 being an Arsenal fan. You will lose today. You will lose the League too. Odegaard is great to fantastic. Bruno is good to sometimes great. And look, Salsa, I agree with you. As a leader, Bruno Fernandes is not a captain. Bruno Fernandes is not a captain of this team. He is the captain that we've got now. Long term, he's not it. Seawag says it's just soccer. One goal determines the winner majority of the time. It's a dumb sport. Just Seawag. Look, I don't know. I'm guessing you're American. Possibly. I don't know. You clearly don't watch the Premier League. But look, that's your view, Seawag. That is your view. You are entitled to that view. You are entitled. The fact you called it soccer is embarrassing. Football is what it's called. If you are American, the funny thing is in American sports, somebody wins, there are no draws, nobody gets relegated. I can't think of an American sport that's good. Baseball is dog shit. The NFL is, I'm sorry, but it is a bag of crap. I don't think there's an American sport where I think is good. So look, the fact you called it soccer on a UK stream, I feel embarrassed for you. But look, that is your view. Pete says we'll find a way. Seawag, mate, look, you're gone. There's many things that I accept on this channel, but racism, that sort of stuff, mate, does not fly. Set piece again, Ollie. Now you're just making up arguments. Sal, stick to your original comment. We did City last week and we'll do Arsenal today. He's gone anyway. Thomas Mouse legend. I hope Bruno will shut Arsenal up tonight and hope United get a win, as I'm hoping so. 2-1 by Mbeumo and Bruno. I would love. I've been Bruno Fernandes' biggest critic the whole season. I would love him to shut me up for the rest of the season. I'd love him to shut me up. I would love it today. I would love him to shut me up. Look, now I've always said this season. When you put Bruno in that 10, he's a fantastic player. I'm still not having that he's a captain. I'm not. But put him in that number 10 and he's a fantastic player. So I hope that you're right. I hope Bruno Fernandes shuts me up today. I hope he gives me the middle finger and goes, up yours. I'm the leader of this team. I'm going to score today. I'm going to run this game. I'd love it. Absolutely love it. How are you always live, says Ash. Commitment, buddy. Commitment, my friend. Today is the day I'd going to destroy Arsenal. Bruno, headless red card incoming. Bruno has been a lukewarm all season. Last week aside, we are still missing the general calling the shots and grab. And look, SST, you've summed it up perfectly. I think you summed it up perfectly. I couldn't say. I think so far that is for me. That is the comment of the stream so far. I couldn't put it better myself. I couldn't. He says American sports are more commercials. Thomas says who is the best options to replace Casemiro in the summer? Beladen, Wharton, Camavinga, Gomez, Pogba. Pogba, no. Camavinga. I don't want Madrid players that that Madrid want to sell. Camavinga is a great player, but I there's something about that deal for me. Gomez, fine. I'd be happy with that. I think Baleba for me. I know people have gone off on him. I know people have gone lukewarm on him, but I think Baleba, there's something for me. There's something there for me. Wharton, I think I'd want something more defensive than a Wharton. But look, if it is Wharton, I'd be happy with that. Gomez for me, I'd like him as a squad player. So I think either one of those two, but not Pogba. All American sports are just majority sports. Exactly the fact you said soccer is embarrassing. Wrestling, the old wrestling with like Undertaker, Austin. JWF says hi. Bruno is great. Baleba and Wharton for me. What result are you expecting today, Makey? I'm expecting today. I'm expecting Arsenal to put in a professional performance, and I'm gonna keep on saying this because if we win today, it is a fantastic win. It will be banter time. So I'm expecting a close game. I think Arsenal will sneak it. I think it'll be a 2-1. But look, I would love to see us win. Would you like to see if Pogba would like come back to replace Casemiro? No. Pogba's done. Pogba doesn't play for Monaco, or he's not. So I don't know if Pogba's back or not. But Pogba's what, 33? Not for me. It's Daniel Dexter. So look, if Arsenal choke, and they do have a bad habit of it, it's ours. So what else did I want to get into? So look, the Arsenal game today is fascinating. Really is. So if we play the same team, I think Carrick does need to change it around. But look, let's see. There are other things that I wanted to say. Jay Hughes says, if we lose today, your win against City will be in vain. What a waste of talent Pogba is. Jay Hughes, do I think if we lose today, it will be in vain? No. And I shall tell you for why, right? Is because we're not expected to beat them today, right? I don't think today would be in vain. I actually think, Jay, that if we're at home to Fulham and Spurs, if we lose to Fulham or Spurs, I think that is more of an impact for me today. You know, if we were in a title race, then I would agree with you, Jay. I disagree. I disagree only because I think today is a free hit. I think the more impactful game would be losing to Fulham at home. I'm going to be in Manchester for the protests as well. Just wanted to say that this channel does support the protests, so I will be up there doing some of the filming and doing a show from there this time next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Thomas says, is Carrick the best option to be the manager for next season, or prefer someone who's better? Arsenal never play to their potential, have a poor mentality and poor attacking play. I hope you get a point. You'll do your favour, says Jay. Today is a free hit. I agree. Thanks, buddy. Carrick is if Guehi costs 20 million, it's an absolute bug. So look, Carrick, let's talk about him. So look, he can do nothing wrong this season, right? You know, I'm not going to say that he can. Look, even if Carrick gets beat today, 8-1, 8-2, there's there is nothing that he can do wrong. I will support him. But the reason why, and look, we are being set up, and I'll explain to you why I think Carrick will be the coach. Do I want him as coach? No. I want the best in class. There are two reasons why I believe that Carrick will be the full-time coach. If he gets anywhere near a top four, do you think, as always, if you get a proper manager, you'll start to slump? I'll explain why yes, and I'll explain there are two reasons why I think Carrick gets the job. Number one is this is not being spoken about enough. I think people miss this completely. Is this United are in a financial mess. United have dropped down the money list, which is really important, from out of the top five for the first time down to eighth. There's not a massively huge gap, but we've dropped down to eighth. Vidic or Evra for me, yes, I do agree with you, Lee. We've also lost in Q1. We've also lost £13 million, and we lost 34 million at the start of the season, and we predicted to lose somewhere between 70 to 90 million the end of this season because we're not in competitions, which is horrific. Now, what time is the stream today? I'll probably stream about 3:45 today. The end of the season is going to be horrific, unless we qualify for the Champions League. So the only way that we sign players is if we sell to buy. And the reason why we need to sell to buy is because we need to balance those books. So people think that if Rasmus goes for 40 million, Rashford goes for 25 million, Malacia goes in a free, Bruno might go as well, that money is going to go on the debt. That money is not going to be there for players. There is going to be limited money for players. So what that means is the manager is going to have the squad next season. The manager is going to have Luke Shaw, a Dalot next season. Is going to probably Maguire is going to stay. He's going to have the same players this season. So I think Carrick is going to get the job because we don't have the money. We are being lined up for this. We are being lined up for Carrick to stay. This club is fucking liars. This club are full of liars. They are teasing you with Xavi. They're teasing you with Tuchel. They're teasing you with these managers. Carrick is going to get the job, in my view. There is no money for new players. Tuchel is going to want a new squad. Xavi is going to want... nobody's going to want a Luke Shaw. Like, a Martinez, look, you can argue that he would get into a side injury prone. Is a new coach going to want these players? No, they're not. They're going to want their own side, and we don't have money. So if you do the math on this one, I think it's Carrick. I don't want Carrick as a coach. People are saying that Carrick is the new Ollie, and I do agree with that. Very, very similar to Ollie. But I don't want a manager that finished fourth in the Championship. He didn't bring him up. Look, if Carrick had brought Middlesbrough up and did well, then you can have that conversation. But Carrick got sacked because he finished 15th in the Championship. And of course, obviously players and funds and that sort of stuff. But I don't want a manager that finished 15th in the Championship. Why do people think what is Carrick's CV? Why does Carrick get this job? Why does Carrick? Why is he the best in class? We were told, and again, there's more lies by this fucking club because it wants to spin you around. Best in class. Wilcox is not best in class. Carrick is a company man. Carrick knows he's going to have to work with these players, and this is what United want. We're going to get linked to so many players. We will sign one or two players, and Carrick, give you an example. The the pressers that he does, right? Carrick, he talks really, really well. He's confident. I get it. I like it, right? But what's he adding to it? No, Carrick is just adding to. We know we need to play well. We need to concentrate. I don't care about that. I want him to be saying, my plans for next season are X, Y, and Z. We do need these players. All Carrick is basically, Carrick might as well just say the grass is green, the sky is blue. That red bus is red. Like he's what's he bringing? What's he adding? He's a company man. So again, we're gonna get player FC. We're going to get Carrick will come in, and I guarantee you within a year, these players will let him down again, and people will be going, Carrick out. So, I don't think we're going to go for best in class. Apparently, we're going to project 2028. It's a big bag of shit. So, look, Carrick, in my view, and there is talk today that Carrick is going to get the job. I just... It baffles me. It baffles me that this club is just so uninspired. This club does the same thing. If you look at the MO of players that we sign in these windows, we don't sign players in these windows. We sign, I think, Bruno Fernandes came in the January window. Mata came in as well. But we don't do business, and everything that we spoke about happens in this club. So it is crazy. Lee says we need to recognise that we don't have 200 to spend for a new manager. It's back to basics approach for us. Build that United DNA again and then kick on. I don't trust the players. And Lee, mate, again summed it up perfectly, buddy. Exactly. We don't. Will Haaland going to leave permanently, or will he stay for friendlies? I think he's going to go. Ethiopian. United's problem is the Glazers. I agree with you. It's my birthday, Nicholas. Happy birthday, buddy. United won't finish in the top four. The finances are a bonfire right now. Servicing the debt levels is going to swallow any possible team management investment. Steve Rick says, more than mate, just stuck 40 quid on Arsenal, on 40 quid on United, get 220 back. Look, mate, fingers crossed for you, mate. Fingers crossed. You beat City, so can't see why you can't beat Arsenal. They aren't solid as they were a few weeks ago. As a team can score against them. Steve, mate, I'm liking the confidence. Stone, Silva, Trafford, Ake, Kovacic, Bob, and Savinho will all go in the summer. Can only make City stronger with new and Jay. City don't piss around. City do not piss around. City will rebuild. They will. Wilcox best in Arsenal class. I love it. Arsenal have crap attacking play. Arteta is a terrible attacking coach. Their defence is solid though. I feel so bad for Eze. He was playing week in, week out for Palace. Best defence in the world. Crap attacking football. I've heard United are after Mateta. I'd love Mateta. I think that's what we need. Look, if this, I got told weeks and weeks and weeks ago that United will not make a signing, and if they do, it's been very, very specific. Is if United make a signing, it will be a Billy Basic sort of loan signing. I love Mateta. I think he would be a fantastic player. Arsenal are where they are because of Eze. He should be starting ahead of Odegaard. The Neves deal really went silent. More spin from Glinios. Yeah, JB loves the Glazers. I fucking hate the Glazers. Absolutely fucking hate them. Eze, Trossard, and Marina are decent and should start every game. The Glazers are bringing news out about the stadium, so fans forget about the January window. Finishing in the top four would be incredible achievement after nearly getting relegated last season, but you need players all across the teams to sustain this as a position. A bit of a false dawn. I'm liking that. I think that's a very, very realistic thing to say. United are daft if they don't get new players in this window. So, and Jay, mate, I couldn't look. City, and again, I keep bringing them up because City, what did they do? Not the not the best this season. Um, Not the worst, but they're trying to push to win a league, right? What do? They go out, Semenyo, they go and get Semenyo, who I think, by the way, is a fantastic player and suits City down to the ground. Guehi, they don't piss around. They go and get so they've gone and got two of the Premier League's best players. Jay, the reason why we can't get new players is we haven't got any money. You know, people forget this. We lost £34 million at the end of last season. We've lost another 13. We've got no money. There's no money to buy players. We've got no money at all, buddy. Is Arsenal more appealing destination for talent footballer than United? I don't know, I don't know. I think Arsenal are a funny one. I think Arsenal would. I don't know. I think Arsenal are seen as a. I don't know. I find it difficult with Arsenal because when I think about Arsenal, I don't think, oh, like this would be an incredible place to go. I don't think, oh, what a superstar team. I don't. But Arsenal are a good team, right? If I was a player, I would go to Arsenal rather than us. I would never do that, but if I was a player, I would do that. But I still think people would rather go to a Chelsea, would rather go to a City, a Liverpool. I don't know what it is about Arsenal that I don't know. They're a fantastic team. The best in the Premier League this season, European, amazing. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think United has a pull for players because it's United based on performance. I'd say players would prefer someone like an Arsenal where the results are better. Stephanie says United will win today. I'm not worried at all. Arsenal will wobble today. Stephanie, legend. My boy has wanted to play for United since he was 4. I think the way United treat players and staff is terrible, and this needs to be addressed. Football clubs have become very toxic. I'm certain that City juggernaut will hit their straps in a few weeks by getting Semenyo and Guehi. Mark's influence at the back will provide them stability. Jay says Bob and Savinha are awful. Can't hit a barn door. No wonder City got Semenyo and Guardiola and Diaz are injured. Top defenders. So City needs Guehi. Hey, offer me a draw now and I'll take it. Looking forward to ruining my Sunday from 4:30. Chelsea are up and down. Sometimes having no spare money is a good thing. Forces you to work with your current resources. Dragon Butter says hello. Look, Makey. Look, buddy. I respect the opinion, but it shows lack of ambition. It shows a lack of ambition. This team has shown you can't trust this team. I don't trust this team. You can't trust this team. We need players. I think it shows a lack of ambition. Our squad is crap. Our squad is not great. I respect the view, but I disagree with it. I do. Of course, they will want to go to Liverpool before United. Liverpool have been England's biggest club in the last 4 decades. I'd owe them for their post-match success and existence. Look, I disagree with you. United haven't, Liverpool haven't been the biggest side. That's factually incorrect. If you're talking about winning European trophies and a league, when you're talking about 40 years, serious fan. Factually, you're wrong. Liverpool didn't win a league for 33 years, mate. United, in that time, I've got bigger. We have started to shrink, but mate, I've got to disagree with you. Liverpool didn't win a league for 30 years, mate. Liverpool have won 2 leagues in 35 years. They're not England's biggest club, mate. They're not. They're, you could argue they are England's most successful club, but I think a treble puts United bigger than Liverpool. But look, Liverpool, are they becoming bigger than us over time if we're not successful? Yes, but come on, mate. Factually, over 40 years, Liverpool didn't win a league for 33 years. So look, I disagree with you on that. Please pray for my shameless aunt and her wicked heart. Spurs are funny. At least you're not Spurs. You can't do more with less in football. Exactly. He will be strong in defence, and he's a defender. Did I mention? And okay. Michael says, I'm not sure Liverpool are the biggest club in it. Liverpool, yes, we are. We're in the car today. Liverpool spent 500 million and are worse for it. Well, having spare money hasn't worked for you since Fergie left. You spent a lot and still seem to be in transition. And look, that is a good point. But we spent it badly. Look, Makey, you've got to spend money, mate. Look, that's a fact. You've got to spend money. Liverpool are a mess. Did you see two signers, Kirkes and Frimpong, taking off their rubbish? 30 years, are you not winning the league in 30 years doesn't make you England's biggest club. In 30 years, now you're making it up. Liverpool factually didn't win a league for, okay, what was it? Sorry, 23 years. Apologies. They didn't win it. No, it is. No, or is it 27 years? So Liverpool didn't win a league since 1990. So 2000, 2010. No, Liverpool didn't win a league for 30 years. So yeah, pretty much. When did Liverpool win a league? No, Liverpool didn't. No, it is. No, it is. It is 30 years. When did Liverpool win a league under Klopp? Was it 2000 or yeah? But it was pretty much 30 years. They won 2 leagues in 33 years. But I'm not making this stuff up, mate. It literally didn't win a league for 30 years. So, so bang on 30 years. So, mate, I think you need to follow the league, buddy. I was right. Well, okay, yeah. So I was right. So So I think they've won 2 leagues in 33 years, and they didn't win a league for pretty much 30 years. So when you're talking about 40 years, yeah, United. So I think Makey, I think you need to take that back. Oh, okay. Sorry. Fair enough. But even then, Arsenal have not won a league in 22 years. So look, United have been, and I would say they're still the biggest club in England. But look, if we don't qualify for Champions League, Mikey, it's not going to last for much longer. Yes, JB says, Scott, look, so guys, I am going to go. I do have to go. I do have to go. But look, I will be back this afternoon about 4:45. I'll be back about 4:45 for a watch long. So hopefully you can join me for that. Look, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an exciting game. And I the closer I get, let's ringo him some more parking. No, I've got to go because I've got to go pick up my daughter. But Micah, that's funny. I'll be back, like the Terminator said. Catch everyone in a bit for the late show. I live 25 minutes away from the Emirates. Nice. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that, but look, thank you. Paz Habor says hello. So look, I will be back in a bit. I'm going to do the Arsenal game. Hopefully, can you Can you go comment on my? Can you go comment on my thing? Is that me or is that Scott? I'm guessing that's Scott. So yeah, guys, I will be back this afternoon. We'll be following from Kenya. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, look, United, come on, we can do this. Let's beat Arsenal, because I just want to banter. I want to banter. Arsenal fans, love from Brazil. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Paz. I do appreciate it. And look, guys, you are legends. Thank you so much for being here. Makey, I do run a lot as well, and I would probably say running around the Emirates is better where I run. You guys are legends. Look, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for, your support. I never underplay, and please don't ever think that you don't impact the channel, because you all impact the channel. Every like, every watch, everything just makes this channel bigger, and I appreciate you guys giving me time and giving yourself and this community your time. Let's go from California, Gingerbread Man, California. Love it, my friend. I think we're going to get smashed today. I'm scared. The beefcake says, look, join me for the watch along today. Get in there and come on the Reds. So look, guys, I will be back in a bit. Thank you for watching. I'm JB. This is the United Devil channel, and I'll see you later on. Take care.